everyone, to today's TED Talk. We're delighted to have Guillermo and Brenda with us. Without further ado, let's jump in and welcome them to the stage.
Imagine walking into a company where every employee feels like they truly belong.
Where each person's potential is not just recognized, it's amplified.
But here's the question: how do organizations find these people in the first place?
And how they keep them growing, inspired, and connect.
Here is where global talent acquisition comes into the picture. But first, what is talent acquisition?
According to some authors, talent acquisition is about finding the right people, hiring, and attractive.
And organizations' success doesn't just depend on its products or services, it depends also in the people. Employees are the driving force and the true engine behind the progress.
So we're going to talk more in depth about digital transformation in human resources.
Across every sector, from human resources to business operations, digital transformation is reshaping the way we work. It's reconfiguring work, and it brings new tools and practices to transform the talent acquisition process.
Some researchers like Perry and Tyson have highlighted how IT integration in human resource has completely transformed the management interactions. But we want to talk more about this later.
And also, for example, Stones and the colleagues back in 2015, they found that the tools such as online applications, e-exams, videos, interviews improved recruitment efficiency and expanded applicant pools.
So digital tools not only make recruitment faster, but also more personal and creative, responsive, tailored communication between the employers and the job seekers.
And compared to traditional methods, like the digital tools give businesses access to larger talent pools, and the most important thing, at lower costs.
Today, we have platforms like LinkedIn that make possible to researchers skilled candidates around the world, even when sometimes those who are not actively looking for a job. Also, social media allows to organizations to connect more personally and more effectively while saving time and cost.
And as technology evolves, so does our ability to predict, analyze, and optimize how we find and hire talent.
In short, technology has humanized recruitment by making it smart and more responsive.
So here we would go back to the topic we were talking about artificial intelligence.
Yes, as my colleagues say, the big revolution is happening now with the artificial intelligence, because this artificial intelligence has completely changed the way companies source, screens, and engage candidates. But how? Because they automate repetitive tasks like resume screens or early assignments. So these tools allow the recruiters to focus on what really matters, that is understanding people, not just the profiles. And the numbers speak for themselves. Skills-based hiring, that is hiring based on abilities rather than the job titles, has grown from 56% to 73% in just 1 year. That is a powerful shift of valuing adaptability, creativity, and potential over accreditations. And for example, companies like Google that are pioneers in the use of predictive analytics, that we want to talk more deep in a second with my colleague. With this data, they approach and make recruitment not just faster, but fairer and more accurate. Another example is the chatbots. Also became early to help screen candidates with preferred questions, filter who should move forward or who may not ready yet. And this freed the recruiters from repetitive tasks and give them more time for meaningful human connections. So now we are back with my colleague, and he's gonna talk more deep about predictive analytics.
And it basically means that predictive analytics is transforming the hiring process by helping the organizations access the candidate easier, reduce bias, and enhance the selection accuracy, turning the data into smart hiring decisions. At the core of this innovation of HR analytics, there is a system that gathers and interprets information about employee behavior, preferences, and the performance by them. It helps HR professionals estimate outcomes and design interventions before challenges arise. By using these techniques like genetic algorithms and neural networks, the companies can now replicate human reasoning, but with the precision and scalability of machines.
Take genetic algorithms, for example, once again. They mimic natural selection by testing and refining groups of candidate profiles, merging and mutating the data until the system clearly identifies the best possible fit for a given role. In today's complex labor market, this kind of analytical precision is essential because it saves time to recruiters, and the recruitment team can no longer rely solely on intuition. It must be structured, logical, and data-driven. So traditionally, human recruiters spend about 40% of their time reviewing resumes. With AI and predictive analytics, that process can now be streamlined or even automated. In a modern data-driven hiring process, it follows three essential phases. The infrastructure creation, building systems to track HR data and metrics. Then secondly, we have the model development, applying statistical and machine learning techniques. And finally, on the third step, we have the solution design, using insights to solve real business challenges.
Through the talent analytics organizations, we can predict and even prevent the issues like employee going to another company or transforming raw data into actionable strategies. This not only helps attract the right candidates, but also ensures that they stay and they improve and they grow within the company.
So going deeper into the phases we just mentioned, in phase one, the genetic algorithm component creates a population of potential candidates. Through this algorithm, the selection and mutation, it evolves toward the optimal match for the job, just bringing the perfect candidate for the position we're looking for. Meanwhile, the neural network component into this algorithm predicts each candidate's likelihood of success within the organization. So it learns from historical data, skill, experience, and performance metrics, and uses that knowledge to forecast a future perfect fit to the company.
To train these models, the organizations, they collect quantitative data from HR databases and qualitative insights from recruiters and managers. So again, this ensures that both data and human context are shaped together to get a better fit, a better work. So the model validates these indicators into quality, and it saves time for the recruiters, okay, confirming the system accuracy and effectiveness. And at the end, by combining human intuition with artificial intelligence, the predictive analytics is redefining how organizations understand and engage with people. It's not just about telling and filling positions anymore. It's about building intelligent, data-driven connections that power long-term success.
So why is it important that the companies take advantage of all these tools, all this data? Because the globalization is here. And we cannot just ignore. All these technologies are here to help, to improve, to understand. Nowadays, the candidates, they are not just looking for a job. They are looking to really feel that they have the same values as the companies have. They have opportunities. So it's important to these companies to apply all these new technologies and tools like the analytic data, etc. Because the transformation are not replacing humans. They are empower us to make better human decisions. So as we move forward, the question is, will IA take over recruiting? The real question is how we can use these tools to build more inclusive, useful, and inspired workplace.
Because at the end of the day, behind every great company, there's always great talent, and discovered and empowered by people who truly care.